Good morning, All-Stars. It's day 3 on the specialist schedule again, and today we're going to do something a little bit different. What you're looking at on the screen is the periodic table of elements, and I thought it would be important to start there today because it has a little bit to do with the game we're going to look at. Now, the periodic table contains all of the elements that make up everything in our world. Hydrogen, oxygen, carbon, all of these things are single elements that you can find on the planet. But the cool part about them is that they can actually be combined to make everything else in the planet. So, for instance, if we took hydrogen and we took oxygen and they were combined, they create water. And the same goes for a lot of different elements that are in here. Some of them can be combined, some of them cannot. But what we're going to do is look at a little game today. We're going to combine things to make new stuff. Now, it's not super sciencey, but a little bit. Now, the game that you can see is right here on the screen called Little Alchemy. And this is something that we've done for a number of years at school, but it's been a little while since I kind of pulled it out. And when I did and started playing it again, I totally forgot how much I liked it and how addictive it was. Now, here's the game screen itself. We can see our workspace in the middle. Over on the side, we have got our element list. We have our settings in the bottom. And before we even start, we're going to do something that I think is important. We're going to click on these 3 lines. I'm going to go to my settings, and I'm going to tell it not to mix previously combined elements. Now, you'll see in a minute why that's important. I'm going to go ahead and look at the achievements section here just quickly so that you can know what it is and what it's for. As you create new elements, it's going to give you kind of little badges to help you keep track of how far along you've come. You might ask, why is that important? Well, if you look at your screen, this is the number of elements that we can create. Right now, we're at a grand total of 4. So as you move along, you will start adding to it. So it's nice to kind of get a little badge to keep track of your progress. So how does it work? Well, the game is called Little Alchemy because it's based on old school scientists called alchemists. And they believed that the earth was made up of 4 different elements: air, earth, fire, and water. And by combining different elements together, you could create all the things that we had on our planet. Now, is that actually true? Not exactly. Our science today is a little bit more sciencey than that, but that doesn't take away from the fact that this is a pretty fun game to work with. Now, here's how it works. In order to combine elements, I need to click and drag, bring it to the middle of my screen, and then I'm going to combine it with something else. Now, I can combine it with itself, or I can combine it with something different. And we do our combination by just putting them together. So when I put together air and earth, it's going to create dust. Make a lot of sense? Maybe, maybe not. But I suppose if air blew over the earth enough times, it would dry it out and would become dust. Now I'll show you what I mean by that. Let's say we put together earth and we put together water. What do you think is the most likely thing that we're going to get if we put water on the ground? Probably mud, right? And sure enough, that's what it does make. Now, that's a little bit of a random way of putting things together. I like to do things a little bit more ordered than that, so I don't miss something. Now, here's how I like to do it. You don't have to follow it, but it kind of keeps me in order. You'll notice that as we combine things, the 2 things that combine both disappear to make the new thing. I'm going to put a couple of airs over here because I'm going to combine air with the other elements that I had on my screen. And we started off with earth, so let's combine air with fire. Well, there's a new element, energy. Now, do these always create a new element when you combine them? No, they don't. So air and fire didn't create anything. Oh, air and fire did. Ah, it didn't make it because I went to the settings and told it to don't mix previously combined elements. That means that I won't keep making the same thing over and over again. See now why it was important? All right, let's do air and water. Air and water made rain. So air did combine with earth, it combined with fire, and it combined with water, but air can also combine with itself, just like all of the other elements. So we've made pressure. All right, let's have a look at our earth. Now, if we combine earth, would I combine it with air again? No, because I already combined it before and it's above. So I'm going to do earth plus earth. Oh, there I've got another pressure. So what does that mean? Well, if I right click on that, you're going to see that it's giving me the recipe for pressure, and there's two ways to do it. Now, it said before that we can't combine to make the same element before, but if there's different ways to do it, it will show you. So, basics of the game. The more we add, the more elements we get. The more elements we get, the more things we can have to combine together. Now, I'm going to move over quickly to my other screen where I've been working. Now, right now, I'm at 55 of 580. And like I said, I just kind of came back to this not too long ago. We've done this in the past where we'll do it in class with everybody and keep track of things that we find to kind of share with everybody else. Now, you don't have to do that, but I do suggest that it's kind of fun to share what you've learned with your friends, because you may get a little bit stuck at times. Now, you'll see on my screen that I've got quite a number of different things here that we didn't have in the other. Now, some of those things make sense, like I said before, but some of them kind of don't. And you just may be combining things and say, oh, I didn't realize it would do that. If you look at the top, you're going to see a little highlightable set of words. Are you stuck? Need a hint. I'm going to click on that and show you where this goes. Now, this is Little Alchemy official hints. So this is their actual website. It's been around a little while. Now, they can give you random hints, or you can just click on this new hint button to see what they're going to give me. So they said, well, how to make a lumberjack? Well, I need an axe and I need a human, or I need a human and a chainsaw. Well, I have humans, but I don't have an axe yet. I don't have a chainsaw. So does that do me much good? Not really. But sometimes I'll find some hints to help me along. So remember, the more things you find, the more things you can make. And the challenge would be to kind of be able to share with the rest of us, well, what's your number? How many do you have? How high up can you get? I will say this, even working as a whole group in a class together for about 5 or 6 classes, the highest we've ever gotten was about 450. So that's with a lot of people working together and sharing ideas. So I hope you'll try it out, share it with your friends. Don't get too addicted. I know that I do. Um, Looking forward to talking to everybody again soon. Hope you have a great week and have a great Ask You Day.